I'm going to show some of my skulls and antlers I got. This one here, I painted. It had a broken horn thing there. This ain't quite the horn, it just was inside the horn. And I put a little dream catcher on it, right there. And so I painted this one. Here's a skull that somebody gave me for a present. The lady had this painted, someone painted it for her, and she had Australian cattle dogs, so she put her dogs on there. I thought that was cute. And on these, I had 2 horns, and there's my horns. And what I done is put them on here to make it look bigger. It doesn't go with this, but I had these extra horns, and so I had it looking big. Here's one of my skulls. Sometimes I take it down and paint it because the weather fades it out, and the birds like sitting up there on it. Then here's a little antler we found out hiking. This we're either horseback riding or hiking, and we find these skulls. And then here's an antler I put up here for the birds to sit. We like to watch them sit there. We used to go up every spring up in the mountains and ride the valleys up there looking for antlers. And one time I was in the middle of the valley, and then Bill kind of went up higher, and right behind this pine tree, this small pine tree, he found them. I was so excited because it's real hard to find a pair, and we was real happy to find them. And we don't really go up there no more because people go on 4-wheelers and they look for antlers before we get there, and they can cover a lot of ground. So we didn't find so many, and we finally just quit doing it. But we was happy that we finally found a pair. We really was happy about that. Some people, when they go hunting up in the mountains, they'll have antlers, maybe not this big, but what they'll do, they'll hit them. They'll clink them together, and it sounds like deer fighting, and that will bring in a male deer when they hear that sound, and that sound will carry in the mountains. So they come running, and it's actually a hunter waiting for them. But a lot of people will hunt with small antlers and clink them together. This is my coup stick I made, and it's got a good story behind it. And what happens when an Indian, they'll try to touch their enemy, they'll ride up real fast, and it's like a game, and they'll touch their enemy with this part, and usually it's got bells or more feathers, which I plan on. I had bells on it, I took them off, but I want to redo it and put my feathers. It had a row of feathers down on it. So if their enemy got carried away, he takes this in and he'll jab them to save his life. But mostly they just want to play a game and touch their enemy, see how close they can get. And when they can do that and ride off, they are so happy. So this is a coup stick I made, and I might not be saying it right, but someday I'm going to put the feathers on it and the bells back on it. There's a few more skulls that I found. A bird skull, maybe rabbit. I'm not sure. This could be a horny toad. Right here. It's got little spikes on it. And I found these when I was a kid in Chincoteague, Virginia. We lived there for a while. I found them on the ocean. So here's a couple more cow skulls. You don't find them usually in very good shape because animals chew on them a lot. And you're lucky, this is where they chew. You're lucky if you got this part on them. And a lot of times the animals will chew off their horns, and sometimes they don't come with horns. So I just hung them up on the fence. Never did nothing with them. And a lot of times they fall off the fence. And like this one, it fell off. I just let the dogs have at it since I quit painting on them. And see, they like to chew right through the middle. Then I still got one on the fence. But we see them out there now. I don't pick them up because we got so many of them. And my plan was to paint them, do something with it, but just hadn't done it. So thanks for watching from Out West Homestead. Bye. I did find another antler, and thought I'd show it. And it was on the fence. I didn't see it. And then here's a little baby skull. I don't know what it is, maybe a deer. I'll probably just let the dogs have the bone. They like chewing on them. Here's the one we got hanging on the barn. It's pretty old. I think it come with them horns too. But yeah, it's getting old. Uh-oh, one more. I found it.